I'm on my way, I'm making it. I've got to make it show, yeah. So much larger than life.
What's going on, YouTube? You already know who this is. This is WCC Uncensored Conference on Sunday, May 21st. And May 20. No, I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead 24 hours. I'm sorry. It is exactly May 20th, 2012. We just got done watching Over Limit pay-per-view. Right now, what we're going to do is we're just going to go around the whole room. We're going to just talk about, the bullshit that we've seen. Some of the bullshit, let me clarify, some of the bullshit that we've seen during the pay-per-view. So, what did y'all actually think about the pay-per-view overall? Doesn't matter what matches, what was your favorite, what was your worst, blah, blah, blah.
One word to describe it, or, I think my word from Chris, buffoonery, disappointment.
Brother, I need you to speak a little bit more clearly.
Oh, my bad, dog. My bad. One word to describe it, buffoonery, mediocre, disappointing,
Buffoonery.
stupid, bullshit, and also big word.
They kind of like reinstate the question. What was your favorite match? What was your favorite match? What was your least favorite match?
And the CM Punk and Daniel Bryan was probably the best one, and the worst one probably John Cena and Laurinaitis. That was just time filler wasted.
Well, they could have kept John Laurinaitis. Yeah.
Man, they could have kept that short.
Match tonight. Yeah, true.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna tell you on some real ass shit. I think that the CM Punk and Daniel Bryan and Cena and Johnny H should have been switched. Seriously.
Yeah,
it should have been switched.
Actually, that reminds me. Yeah,
because that was not supposed to be in the main event. That wasn't supposed to be in the main event. That took up too much of my time.
That pretty much showed you it was going to be the main event. That was the only thing they had built up.
Yeah,
it was like completely stupid. I was like, wow, John Cena was been on the mic more than he was wrestling.
Yeah,
I guess the Cena Laurinaitis match was supposed to be the comedy relief for the night.
It wasn't no comedy relief for me.
It wasn't even funny though.
It wasn't even funny.
It was just like,
how the hell another grown man is going to pour some water down another grown man's fucking draw?
And the crowd is awful.
He was trying to bring that. He was trying to bring back the Stone Cold in him.
And you expect the crowd to go wild over that shit? I don't think so.
I mean, it's not like when Stone Cold made Vince McMahon piss himself.
That was funny. That's funny. See,
that was funny.
Of course, the WWE is going to come up with more PG shit.
They didn't want it because it's the PG era. So what else were they supposed to use? They can't use nothing else. I mean, they're PG, so that's what they had to use. They use what they supposed to use.
Nigga, what you could do is you could probably go in the bathroom, piss in the cup, and then pour the shit down his drawers. There you go. You got pre-piss.
Pre-piss.
Oh, like remember how Sean did that?
One at a time.
Remember how Sean did that to me?
Yes, that should be trending right now. That should be trending. Pre-piss.
What should be trending? Pre-piss.
Yeah, pre-piss.
We're just gonna put PRISS. Priss.
No. That's kind of close to Chris. Don't do that. I'm with the C, not with a P.
Chris.
No, you weren't supposed to catch that.
No, I definitely caught that. I'm not slow like most folks. Straight up.
Mr. Chris Respectful.
That wasn't disrespectful. That was just buffoonery right there. Talk about, I'm going to turn the P into a C. No, I don't think so.
Sorry.
I don't think so. But no, that whole fucking main event killed the whole entire paper. It like literally single-handedly killed the whole entire pay-per-view.
I see.
Yeah,
Look okay for WWE
from the match though.
years anyway.
Like you expected a real wrestler.
Hold on.
One at a
Y'all gotta
time.
talk one. Everybody can't talk together now.
I simply laughed my ass off because I knew the main event was going to fuck up the whole pay-per-view. Like hell. I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's why I laughed my ass off.
I knew show was coming back. Yeah.
I know a lot of people in the WWC was kind of like, it's going to be having like a lot of complaints about the main event.
Say that again. I ain't know, sir. What you just said.
I think what he meant to say was the main event was pretty much predictable. We all knew that Johnny H was pretty much was going to have Big Show come out there, and then he was going to punch. He was going to punch Cena, and then he was going to do this little heel turn, blah, 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 blah. I didn't care for the fucking match.
And if I didn't see that coming, I would feel sorry for you, because y'all know that this was going to happen. Like, like the board director said, like from last year's fight, any superstar that interferes in that match and cannot be any superstar, so Big Show, K-Fade, was fired. What's a superstar anymore? So he, just to interfere. He had the right to interfere. It just caused to interfere in the match because he wasn't, K-Fade, a superstar anymore. So I kind of mean it does make quite sense because,
Well, what they could have did was they could have brought in somebody that we didn't expect that was going to come out there, like, say,
like
Batista.
Maybe Batista or even Kevin Nash or something like that.
They haven't even been talking to them. They said they already knew, he was getting fired. How all of a sudden he can't have nobody interfere unless it wasn't working. I mean, it all made perfect sense.
Right, it all made sense, and that's where it, like, kind of killed it already. It was like, Johnny Edge is actually going to win. Yeah. I didn't, like I said, I didn't even care for the damn match because the first minute of the match, I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be a boring ass match. And so let me just go in the bathroom right quick. And then, and y'all, for the listeners that's listening right now, this is the main event. You don't literally get up from wherever you sit at in the WWE pay-per-view. You go to the bathroom, have a break during the main event. The main event is the conclusion of the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view itself was good, but when we got to the main event, it's like, what the fuck just happened?
John Laurinaitis won. People power.
Now we have a trouble student. We have a trouble student in the back, so ignore him.
Yeah. You forgot where he was at.
My point exactly. The man said the whole pay-per-view. My point exactly. The man messed up the whole pay-per-view.
It didn't mess up. The only thing they tried to save it, they knew it was going to be predictable, and the only thing that wasn't predictable was Christian.
Well, not the whole. One of the problems I have half of the pay-per-view. Half of it. One of the problems
so Brandon, I know you were trying to get your turn to speak. What did you just say?
My bad. Go ahead.
What I was gonna say was, anybody notice how the last two pay-per-views, the WWE title match hasn't even been the second to last match on the card? Because last month at Extreme Rules, it was Punk Jericho and then the Divas title match. This month tonight is Punk Bryan.
But the face of the
And then
company
the Ryback squash match.
What, Wes? Hold on. Go ahead. Keep going.
They have a freaking Ryback squash match after Punk and Bryan. What the heck is that? They must be smoking some Huckabee.
It's called time filler.
John Cena is the
filler.
superstar. What are
No,
y'all
I'm not.
doing this freaking this? John Cena is the
I'm just saying,
superstar.
at least
He's
have
main
Punk
event.
and Bryan be the second to last match. At least you could at least done that.
Because you got to throw the scrub match in there before you have the main event.
But that he does have a point, though. He does have a point. Because, like I said, the WWE title match, they should have already knew that was going to be a caliber type of match. Why would you put that?
Caliber of Punk and Bryan, that's easily match of the night material right there.
Exactly. And that's why I say I don't understand why would you put that before a squash match. That's why I just don't understand.
It's kind of like they need a filler in between matches, because it's like people are so high on that, and they need some time filler to, to get themselves back.
Well, but to be really honest with you, they could have left that as a dark match. We don't need to see another Goldberg wannabe coming out there talking about feed me more. Really?
Goldberg Van Schwarzenegger.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do see a little John Cena potential in him, but just not right now. It's like that man don't even get a fan reaction, to be honest with you. It's like the fans is dead.
But there is one thing though. The one thing that wouldn't necessarily surprise me about Punk Bryan being put before a squash match. If you look at the Punk Bryan thing, it got no build up. Is that right? They didn't really build it up at all.
Really have too much of a build up, no.
And you see the finish of the match, but it's going to keep going to probably to the next month. And you see the whole dynamic with AJ as well.
Well, to be really honest with you, I want to kind of touch up on that. Y'all just said that, the finisher was damn near awesome. It was almost controversial almost because everybody thought that, Punk was tapping. But he actually got the pinfall before he started tapping.
Right,
but
it was messed up.
I don't think neither one of them. I don't think neither one of them knew that they had the count was going. That's what I'm saying.
No, they said they messed up on the count, man, because he tapped
right. Yeah, I don't think they knew.
Right.
And was Bryan doing the yes lock, but then Punk turned it over, sort of like JBL did to Chris Benoit at WrestleMania 22? Was it like that by any chance?
I got.
But the match wasn't controversial. Like, it was a straight up 1, 2, 3, and he held the ropes. Not like a 1, 2, 3.
I'm just wondering, did he turn it over?
Yeah, he turned him over. He turned it was like a schoolboy more so.
I was just wondering.
It was a schoolboy, but he still had him in the submission move. That match was. The whole entire match was sick. I think that was just. That was one of them best matches they have had. I mean, they have had many encounters since January, I guess. Yeah, that probably was their best match.
That's a WrestleMania worthy
the other matches had both tracks in.
I'm gonna teach you how to jet.
And then the crowd was so wound up. They was chanting for both of them.
And say, this is awesome. They only do that at WrestleMania.
You know what I mean? Easy money worth.
And it was actually, I'm serious, I hope the talent was looking at their match, because that was a worthy match.
Buck?
You know what?
Come on, bro, Buck.
I want to see them in the Iron Man match, man. I bet they'll go the distance.
I have no.
That'll be next. That'll be next, but I don't know if there'll be No Way Out, though. I think it'll probably be around SummerSlam.
Probably.
Because Vince was probably looking at that shit, and he was saying to himself, it's like, damn, that was a good-ass match.
Yeah,
and it was.
Shoot. If he won, he needed to be slapped.
Another good match was the Fatal 4-Way. That was a really good match, too. Even though Jericho and Alberto
had a proper build-up, but still a good match.
What'd you say, Brandon?
Yes?
Go ahead, Dolan.
No, I was talking B-Dub.
Oh, all right. I was saying it was another match. I mean, it was good, but it didn't have like a proper build up, actually. But also, it could also create people mind wondering like, is Randy about to have a little heel turn here and there? And they also was saying Jericho's about to leave after this month over. So
yeah, they said that he might leave this week. I think. Yeah, they
said that go back with Fozzy.
Yeah, that he's going to go back with Fonzie, which I think is really pointless because, I mean, shit, I've never heard of fucking Fonzie before at all.
I mean, most people say he does well overseas, so.
Right. I bet they are. They can stay over there as far as I'm concerned, shit.
Yeah, he say he stayed longer with the company than he was supposed to. He was supposed to, like, left, like, what, last month or so? But he stayed.
Right. He was supposed to, he was supposed to leave. I guess he was just kind of just killing time a little bit before they, went on tour. And they said that this might be his last final match in the WWE, which it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, man, he should at least have a little small feud with Kofi before he became the little tag team champ type thing. To kind of put Kofi to at least to like almost a main event status or something before, because his whole purpose, he was just there for Punk, and after that, like, he really didn't.
He didn't really do
nobody.
Shit. Right. I mean, he could have put like a couple folks over. I mean, like either R-Truth, Kofi, or you know what I'm saying, like, Kofi actually need a worthy like match with like somebody other than Jericho. I'm not Jericho. I'm about to say Jericho.
Yeah, but you can tell him and Jericho have chemistry in the ring together, and all he needs is just a proper storyline to back it up.
Right. But I think really honestly, I mean, I don't want to sound racist or anything, but it's like the WWE. It's like they fear black wrestlers into becoming true main eventers. Kofi.
Like they said, Kamala.
I mean, because I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, these two motherfuckers. Dude, did you see that match?
No, but
I mean, they can really work in the ring.
Look, they said Kamala said, on one of his YouTube videos, it said Pat Patterson allegedly said, black folks run basketball, they run football, but they won't dominate wrestling.
Oh, really?
Wow. Pat Patterson said that shit? Oh, wow. That's really coming from, that's really funny coming from a lame-ass wrestler like that. I mean, seriously, Pat Patterson said he's the first intercontinental champion.
That makes things work, man.
But you know what? But all of Vince's cronies in the back, all in the back, don't really fare too well against black wrestlers, and that's, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. And everybody would say, okay, what about The Rock? What about Booker T? First of all, Booker T never came to the WWE first. He came to WCW first. So we can't really say that. He said, but he was a champ. No. When he was a five-time WCW champion, that was over there in the other company, not in the WWE.
No, technically he was a four-time champ, and he won it back from Kurt Angle, what made him the five-time champ at WWE.
No, he won it from Rey Mysterio at Great American Bash.
Right. When he took on that what was that absurd gimmick?
That's when he won the
King
world
Book or some shit.
When he became the five-time WCW champion was
that was also
WWE.
the pay-per-view where Chavo Guerrero turned heel, if you remember, because he just waffled Rey Mysterio with that chair.
Yeah.
Right, like beating them continuously, yeah. That's the only beef that I have against the WWE. It's like they just don't want a black wrestler to be a world champion. Other with the exception of Mark Henry.
Right, they're like he was making, racist remarks,
Right. And I know folks will disagree with me on this one. I mean, I'm saying like, they don't want a black champion, but then they make Mark Henry a black champion. But the only thing is with him, they did that shit because he's getting ready to retire, and he's been there for a long, long, long time, and they already know that some
look
fans.
At his career, what has he really done?
Exactly, what has he really done? But they don't want to have that controversy on that back, and it's already there. That's the problem.
Another thing about it is look at how they've been treating Ezekiel Jackson. I mean, he's a former Intercontinental champion. That's former Intercontinental champion.
But only thing,
let me tell you about Big Zeke. Big Zeke.
See, but it's the thing about him is in the back, he was always gloating that he was gonna get the push. That's why they were like, oh, why you keep talking about this and you run your mouth? That's why they pushed him back and held him down. Did the same thing happened with Brodus Clay when he kept saying, oh, I'm going to be a big monster and do this and that. That's why it took him like almost 2 months before he came out,
Right, and they turned him into a dancing jigaboo. Of course.
Well, where is he?
They said, hey, you feel good? Hey, they was like, hey, you feel comfortable dancing? Yeah, I can do. Can I still be a monster? Yes, you're gonna have to be a dancing jigaboo.
Right, but at the same time, like, yo, you're on a winning streak and you get to come out with 2 winners. Come on.
Right, but you're gonna come out and you're gonna keep dancing, and your ass can't dance. You don't even have rhythm.
But
you and then don't talk about that. You is too big.
I'm making money. Does it really matter if you dancing with it?
Yes. I mean, you got to at least be entertained. If you're going to try to shake your ass, try to shake something, at least. But wait a minute. Did I just say that? I'm sorry. Anyway.
I don't know about you, but I don't pay attention to Brodus Clay when he's out there dancing.
Exactly. You pay attention to the women. We don't look at Brodus, man.
Brodus Clay, but you, Chris. Only you pay attention to Brodus Clay dancing with them 2 beautiful women dancing next to him. You pay attention to Brodus Clay.
Naomi and Campbell.
That's actually a distraction, which is a good distraction. Don't get me wrong, it's a good distraction. But the thing is with Brodus Clay, I just feel that he shouldn't be dancing. He should be actually like another Mark Henry, another version of Mark Henry. But that dancing buffoonery bullshit, I just feel that they should give that to, it should stick with R-Truth. R-Truth can dance his ass off. But Brodus Clay,
like, so you already have the angry person with Mark Henry, why you need another angry black person,
Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama.
It was also like, he embraced it.
Somebody call his agent. Somebody call his agent. Somebody call his agent.
I'm mad he got an agent. That's the case.
He has an agent? Are you talking about those 2 girls? Those 2 females?
Yeah, where is that? The Funkadactyl?
I don't know, I guess maybe.
That's hilarious.
His finisher is the WTF.
But honestly, though, going back to the Fatal 4-Way, and sorry, y'all, we got a little off the subject. We always get off the subject. But going back to the Fatal 4-Way, Jericho and Alberto pretty much was this interference. That's all that was. Sheamus and Orton is going to continue their rivalry probably all the way to SummerSlam. Like the major rivalries, like, Sheamus,
Orton's going to turn heel then?
And then, huh?
So what they going to hold on, wait.
Orton's going to turn heel eventually.
You think Jericho just going to take a back seat to Randy Orton and just be standing around doing nothing?
What'd you say? I'm sorry. I ain't hear you.
What you think Jericho gonna do? Nothing. Like
Jericho is about to go on tour. If I'm not mistaken, he's gonna probably leave in June, if not sooner.
If not sooner, he's leaving soon to go to tour back with Fozzy.
And more than likely, he's not gonna come back. He came back. Well, actually, he came back for WrestleMania. That was the whole purpose of Jericho coming back anyway, was for WrestleMania. Because Punk needed an opponent for WrestleMania, so they picked Jericho.
It kind of got derailed a bit because apparently everybody thought Jericho was going to win the Rumble, and it kind of seemed like he would. And then
because they were saying it was so predictable, and the whole IWC and Dirt Sheet was saying, "Oh, Jericho's gonna win it," so they had to put a swerve because it was saying,
sometimes
"Oh, it's
it's best to do the predictable option. Sometimes you don't need to swerve all the time.
Same time with the swerve, it really helped Sheamus. And Sheamus wouldn't have been doing nothing. I mean,
if you look at it,
either way,
I don't
How
think
much did it really help, considering his match with Daniel Bryan was 18 seconds and it was the opening match? How much did it really help at that point?
I mean,
it kind of made him and Bryan look real bad.
Sheamus won the championship, and it helped Daniel Bryan because when everybody's doing the whole yes chant, he said, They didn't know that was going to happen.
That is true.
You know what I'm talking about? Because of that, they were going to bump D. Brad down to the mid-card. But it said since he was so over with the crowd, they put him in another championship match.
Like Christian will never, ever be a world champion ever again, probably.
Even though he's got the talent, he's got the skills, I wouldn't mind seeing him.
That's pure bullshit that he'll never be world champion again either. And it's bullshit that he'll never get a title shot either because he deserves it.
And I'm going to put some more. I'm going to put some more in that, too.
World title, though.
The reason why I say that is because, first of all, you got Punk, you have Sheamus, you have all these other folks that they just want to shine, or if they're popular in the back, whatever, they're gonna make sure that these two stay on top for a while.
Or if they're kissing everybody's, or not to mention the fact Christian gets punished because of the fact he went to TNA and then came back. That's
That's true too.
Because when
Edge retired, boom, he got his title.
They damn near restarted his whole character over. He didn't start off where he left off at it. They made him start all over from ECW and work his way back up.
Because he got popular in another company. They didn't like that.
But that's not his problem. I mean,
how they made him look so
gave him the type of shit he deserved, though. He went to TNA. He started factions, winning world titles. I mean, shit.
Right, because
his role was better in TNA than it was WWE.
You know, you got popular in another company. Vince don't like that. Vince want to say, hey, I made you, nobody else. So I'm going to break you down and build you back up.
Or even if they don't leave his company, if they don't get his...
WWE, though. I mean,
they didn't even let Christian hold the belt for like what a week?
48 hours.
Freaking 2 days. 48 hours. Dude, Rhino had a better. Rhino had a longer title reign in TNA than that.
Dude, look how many people that never become champion. We see one of the two.
Rhino had a. Don't remember how long Rhino's NWA title reign lasted in TNA? Even Rhino thought that was short with the way Christian lost to Orton. I mean, dang, I was pissed.
Man,
it was a lot of fans that was pissed behind that. You know.
I wasn't
pissed. One that it came out so quick, and two that it happened.
I felt you gotta look at it though. Christian got that title shot reign damn near because Edge got hurt, and they just pushed Christian like, oh, well,
it had to retire.
Yeah, so it really wasn't meant for him to win. But shit,
that was like mainly a shut up reign. That's all that was.
No,
it was just like, okay, well, we don't
call it a shut up reign. That's too freaking days.
That's basically what it was. It was a shut up reign. They gave it to him for 48 hours, and then they just like, there you go.
No, because they said they wanted a feel good moment for their pay per view, you know. So it's
but that was bullshit, though. But that was bullshit.
They even got two-time champions. Other than that, he would never had it.
Or you know what? Storyline wise, kayfabe wise, I wouldn't blame Christian for turning heel. At first, I was actually glad to see Christian turn heel after what happened, after him getting screwed over like that. I was glad to see that. Like, you know what? They're not screwing him over like that. You know what?
And at the same time, I mean, Christian should be happy because, I mean, also Alberto should have been pissed because he should have been the one that won that belt. But because Edge retired, okay, you got to give it to Christian real quick. I mean, Alberto had to wait all the way like 2-3 months later before he got a shot.
You got to look at it. Alberto ended up winning the championship first as his first major title. So, like, that more helped him out than anything. That's when
especially because WWE considers their world title
still waiting. Hey, remember, it's like, I win the Royal Rumble. Supposed to win the WrestleMania. Oh, you lost. Oh, you're supposed to win the next month. Oh, you lost. So now you just like going with the motion until SummerSlam.
He won. He won Money in the Bank. Then he won, and he's a 2-time WWE champion. Both his reigns were short as fuck too, though.
Yeah, and they get a lane finisher, even though some people say otherwise, but armbar really not really exciting.
I mean, it's a good finisher now, but he needs to have like a second finisher or a cold ass finisher.
Armbar, man, really? An armbar? Oh, I'm gonna beat you with an armbar.
I mean, it's the way he does it, though. I mean, because if you really look at it, like he flips you over and shit. You know what I'm saying? He actually does it.
I mean, that's just styling. It's you just putting a little pizzazz to a basic move.
Yeah, that's really what he do. He put a little style to the armbar, but basically all it is a basic armbar.
It's a basic armbar.
See how y'all cutting them down like that. That's but you know what? Out of all the top stars, he's the one that gives me more pause than anybody else. I don't know. He has so much potential. He has so much talent. He has mic skills. But what are they doing with him?
See, but it was he was one that made his ratings were going down. Because really, his ratings went down because he got stale. It's like, I can't say, I'm a destined to be champion month after month, and you losing every time. It's like, well, shoot.
Darth Vader called and he wants his word back. He says he's probably the one person that I've heard say Destiny more than Darth Vader. I'll say that right now. I'm not taking him back. My goodness.
So you gonna compare him to So you gonna compare him to Darth Vader?
Think about it. Vader says, how many times does Vader say Destiny in the Star Wars movies? Del Rio says it more than him.
I don't know why I'm not a Star Wars guy. I mean, you got to.
I'm not kidding.
You're right. That's why.
Vader called. He wants his overused word back.
He wants his overused word
Feel
back.
the Force or something.
That is
no,
funny.
he had destiny. He was destined to be. He was destined to be born. It was destined to be turned to the dark side. It was destined to be to be burnt to a black charcoal biscuit. It was destiny for him to talk the way he was. Get what I mean? Hello.
Hold on. Now we can talk another question about Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? So, did Luke Skywalker kill
boy, I know you're not gonna sit up on this show. You gonna talk about fucking Star Wars, brother.
Hey,
I refuse to talk about episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, brother.
I'm just saying, how much he says Destiny, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, it's been brought up now, you know what I'm saying?
It kept going on and on. It's like it would have made sense if he won at WrestleMania, but the fact that he lost, then he lost a pay-per-view after that, just a whole bunch of months just went by, that it's going to become one dimension like, we're tired of hearing it.
It's the way that shit happened. I mean, Edge got hurt, so, so they couldn't let Edge go out a loser.
Right, and then remember it said they gave it to Christian because feel good moment because that's supposed to be a birth.
And then they made up for it though. They let him win Money in the Bank and let him become WWE champion.
You see how long that was? 2-3 months. It was just like, I'm just in there.
He won the better title at the end of the day.
He became people didn't care when he became champion.
What you said? It was the thought that counted. Oh, shut up.
It was the thought that counted.
You gotta look at it now. He made history because look at now his first belt he ever won was a WWE championship. Not too many people do that.
And look, and that's what I'm saying. Like, he was boring as a title holder. He'll lose his ratings. Will lose. That's why he lost to Cena.
Who doesn't lose this? I can't say that now.
He don't lose to Cena 2 weeks later.
Laurinaitis. So now Cena going to be beefing with Big Show. Let's talk about what's going on with that, because now that takes a whole different twist now.
I really actually believe
they want the Cena Big Show feud back.
I don't think that would be good.
But doesn't Show doesn't he have to get hired again to be back on?
He's going to get hired tomorrow night. More likely, he's going to get hired tomorrow night.
They were saying that
he's probably already hired
in June or July.
Y'all didn't peep the game when he had John Laurinaitis in the choke slam, and John Laurinaitis was like, say you read Laurinaitis' lips, he's telling them, I need your job back. Get you a job back. You know what I'm saying? You read the man's lips.
Wait a minute. Wait.
You got
That's what was going on. Oh,
wow. I just realized something.
Because if y'all really look at the Big Show,
he was saying he already told the man, hey, be in the back. Why you think
Big Show going to be
going to the back for? He was saying, come on, man, I'm tired.
I ain't hear nothing nobody said.
Right. Y'all talking, overly talking each other, like.
Y'all got to remember we're recording this, too.
Right. Y'all is like, I can't wait until I hear this, because y'all is like, wow. Y'all got so much energy tonight. It's ridiculous.
I heard my voice
some of this stuff.
My
Did
voice
you get
freaking
excited
sounds
by your
like
voice?
high-pitched.
All right, man, we're going to start taking turns.
Star Wars
You know what I'm
reference.
saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? Everybody going to have their little time limit. We got to do this more professionally since we on YouTube.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We need to start, right? You know what I'm saying? We brought up a topic, and now everybody comments on the topic, but everybody can't talk forever on the topic.
Oh, my God. That was the smartest thing you said all night. And you are the main one that's talking over everybody.
And this is what WCC looks to, by the way.
Shut up, Chris. Shut up, Chris.
I'm sorry, Wes.
Far over here. Somebody gotta have control of yourself.
I am so glad that you are willing to control yourself. Now, be a good boy and shut up. No, I'm just playing.
You know what I'm saying?
I do have a serious question.
You gonna sit in
Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead, Brandon.
On that note, I got
Okay, so if I'm getting this correct, Show was about to chokeslam Johnny, but then Johnny persuaded him that he'd get his job back, so then he does the WMD on Cena. Is that right?
No, so the dude, he was in the back the whole time. You think John Laurinaitis kept going
to the back? Or did he just come out in the first place and hit Cena? Or was he going to hurt Laurinaitis, but then Laurinaitis kind of...
No, so the whole time.
He acted like he was going to... He was actually acting like he was going to choke slam him. Then he threw him to Cena. Cena was going to do the AA, and then Big Show punched Cena, and then he gets the 1, 2, 3.
I'm just making sure about that.
All right, but the Big Show...
I'm just making sure about that because at first I thought he...
Before that.
What?
Y'all got so much
all I was wondering was he going to really chokeslam Johnny, and then Johnny said what he said? Because if that was the case, then I would have thought he would have been a sympathetic face rather than a heel.
No.
But what actually happened?
He was mumbling some shit to him like shit. Like if you look at it, if you watch that shit over again, you see him when the Big Show got him choked. He gets to mumbling some shit like, I got you.
This shit was so This shit was so predictable. Like everybody knew, okay, the Big Show's gonna come out there.
It was kind of like, why Big Show still in the ring after he threw him back in the ring, right? Come on.
Right, and I'm like,
standing in there.
I'm like, wow,
that's off too. But I felt the Big Show looked like he didn't want to do that shit. He had a, solid.
No, he's gonna. That's what it's gonna be. It wasn't like a legit heel turn. It was like a forced heel turn. Like, okay, I gotta do what you say to get my job.
Oh, like a sympathetic heel turn, like Tommy Dreamer in TNA. Tommy Dreamer actually kind of went through the same thing with Bully Ray.
Recycle storylines, man.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just recycle storylines. You know what I'm saying? Once you trash it, then what you do is you renew it again, and then you do it again, and then you do it again.
Same storylines.
Turd.
This shit gets on my fucking nerves, dude. These fucking recycled ass storylines, dude.
Are you really polishing a turd if you keep trying to recycle it and try to make it look better than it really is?
But then also it looks like fucking just like that shit I said earlier. That pre-piss bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Did he just say they were trying to clean a turd?
No. Cornette. There was one interview that Cornette had where he was talking about TNA and how Hogan and Bischoff were ruining it, which I agreed with. And then he pretty much said, like, he talked about how JR going to TNA would be a good move, but if the rest of the show sucked, then are you really just polishing a turd? And that's where I got the quote from.
I like that.
So you can't polish a turd, man.
Like, for example, Nick Carter on Twitter or her
had no business stepping in TNA at all. If JR steps in TNA, that is ultimate disrespect to the WWE. He has no business.
Well, considering how the WWE's treated him lately, I can't say it isn't warranted.
Yeah, but at the same time, man, you see how many zeros probably in his paycheck, though?
The past. We do not
Have you noticed how they've treated him the last 2-3 years?
How many zeros are on his paycheck? That's why you keep no more.
With his eyes sagging and shit, I'm tired of seeing this old ass. I'm glad he's off of there. Good riddance. He's old. He's done. I don't want to see Jim Ross no more.
Jim Ross.
You
better show some damn respect, nigga. That's one of the best announcers
Good old JR.
ever.
He was one of the best announcers, but just like Michael Jordan, your time is done now. Like, it's
His
over.
time
He has no
wasn't
business going
done,
to TNA either. He goes to
That's
TNA.
the only thing with Vince was saying, man.
No one, I'm sorry, but no one in the wrestling community is going to accept Cole as being the voice of the WWE. Now, to a company standpoint,
bro, his time is done. It's time for you to go on. You know what I'm saying?
Then you might as well say the same thing for King too.
If King's time is gonna come up short, why then they pushing Booker T like that? King's time
because that's the only thing they have.
Huh?
They ain't got nothing else.
They don't got nothing else.
Because, Booker T is semi-retired, man.
If you could hold on to your house, nigga, you would too.
It's totally disrespectful for you too.
By the way, I wasn't being disrespectful. I just had like a little, angry moment. Then, I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to say house, nigga. I meant clean up boy. My bad.
There you go. We sound better.
We ain't talking about baseball. Shut up.
I'm sorry. No, because it's kind of pissing me off that the WWE can't come up with something fucking new.
They haven't. Well, to be honest, have they really done much good stuff for the last 3-4 years at this point?
No.
I'm not surprised. They always
man,
do
it's
crap.
about to be a 3-hour show, man. It's starting July.
That's one thing that we said. We was talking about Saturday night, me and Maurice. We said this 3-hour show is going to be disastrous.
Heck, most of the fans on WWE didn't like it.
I didn't. When I read that article, I said, "You got to be shitting me." I know they're not going to go 3 hours of this.
First of all, 3 hours should be saved for special things. Second of all, they can barely do anything with 2 hours, anything worth a damn. Now they're suddenly going to, and the way Over the Limit looks right now, I'm sorry, but look at how bad Over the Limit looked. And now we're
at the end, right?
That crap all the
Over the Limit could have been. I ain't gonna lie. Over the Limit pay-per-view overall was good. It was good.
All right.
It's just like I said, when they came to the main event trashed it all, like literally. Just trashed it.
But you also expect the main event, like it's the superstar.
What was that pay-per-view that he fought Kane in that ambulance match? When that you
Elimination Chamber?
That was a Elimination
Chamber in Milwaukee.
Elimination Chamber.
I went to that pay-per-view.
It was still whacking.
One at a time. What's his name?
John Cena been. If you all haven't noticed, John Cena been in main event like the last 5 pay-per-views, and he's not been champion.
That's right.
And once
this
again,
entire
they're throwing that down our
neither
throats
of
again.
WWE's world titles have been the main event. Now, the Royal Rumble match, obviously, that's understandable because it's the Royal Rumble match. So that one, to me, doesn't count. But other than that...
But ever since Royal Rumble, he been Elimination Chamber. He was the main event. Him and Kane fought last. He was the main event in WrestleMania, main event in Extreme Rules, main event in Over the Limit.
See, the WWE, they think they fucking slick. They say, okay, well, we're not gonna put him in a WWE title, but we're gonna still put him in the main event in some caliber. So I get what y'all mean.
He was holding the face of the company, even though he's not champion. He's still the focal point
of
the
matches
show.
he been in, damn near been good though, because that match he had with Kane was pretty good. The Rock match was good, and Bryan Lesnar match was
not
good.
this match.
And another thing is like, remember he supposed to be in that sling for a minute. It's kind of like why I put him in the sling for like 1 week, and back 2-3 weeks later, he's fine,
Mm.
Because they got to
like all the freaking fights Saturday night supposed to be like, man, he's injured.
I think he got to beef with Big Show. He ain't got no choice.
Doesn't this kind of go back to the whole pointless promo thing, like the one he did at Extreme Rules, where everybody thought he was going to leave, and then he comes back the next night?
Right.
with the whole pointless promos, then him coming back and him like being healed a week or two after Laurinaitis dumped his arm up.
Right, you're supposed to get hit with a chair. With steel stairs. Like,
with an arm that was already jacked up because of Lesnar the previous night.
But hold on. This is the same company that, remember, the Big Show got his leg ran over by a car, and 2 weeks later he sprang to the ring.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
And this is the same company. Stone Cold got the same injury, and damn near was gone for like a year and a half.
Right. I didn't know getting hit by a car was going to fuck up your spine.
No. Austin had a legit neck injury. He needed surgery. That's why they just come over the storyline. But
yeah, we all know
but also
that.
remember when they hit him on the cinder block, on his knee. It was the wrong knee. A week later, they put the cast on the wrong knee. A week later, it's like, come on, you hit him with the right knee, but yet his left knee is got a cast on it. Like, come on, man, continuity.
Got to do something, man.
I think that shit is hilarious. The WWE, wow. I think but honestly, I think it's a mistake going 3 hours. I think it's a mistake.
Man. It might not be a mistake because they might have a little more feuds going on then. You might see more feuds.
More people.
See, that's the key thing that you just said, Wes. You said feuds. They have no feuds, literally, except for Punk and Bryan as probably being one of the hottest feuds of the summer.
Okay,
there's really other feuds to really talk about, really.
No, Triple H and Brock Lesnar.
Another feud that's gonna build up.
That
Brock Lesnar Triple H feud finna build
up. That's two.
They don't have them fight each other.
That's two. That's two feuds. What's the third one?
Laurinaitis and John Cena got beat. That's a build up.
That's not a build up.
You got Sheamus and Randy Orton. They're gonna be going at each other on Raw and SmackDown.
Right, but they acting like they have to do feuds one at a time. And you know what I'm saying? And what about the tag team division? Tag team division should be up and popping. They should have like at least a ladder match.
Which they haven't done.
All right, but then look at it. Now if you go 3 hours and you're going to have SmackDown, now you can put Darren Young and Titus O'Neil on Raw too. And start giving them more TV time too. Start seeing them more in tag matches too.
Right,
but that go back to the buffoonery, coonery bullshit that I was telling you about. Motherfuckers like that, because I've seen them too. I'm just like, oh, so that's them. I'm like, okay.
Oh, but I bet you
Vince is going to totally ignore them or whatever. They're going to totally be ignored, and probably they're going to be used for, battle royals like tonight. The only time
they're going to be used mostly like on SmackDown. They're not going to be on Raw.
Yeah, they haven't
watched. Is it true that they hate tag team wrestling though?
You have your up and coming people on SmackDown because you can edit that compared to Raw where it's kind of live.
That is true. Like how they edited the yes chants when Daniel Bryan got all those yes chants, and then they edited
all the
that
time
crap.
They had just like
I'm sorry, but you can't.
Carl.
Dude, you can't get that out, dude. I'm serious. That chant is hot.
They shouldn't have tried to. And then they try to take all the freaking yes signs, even though it's like, well, why are y'all taking away the signs? First of all, y'all have them say yes 30 freaking times every promo. Second of all, y'all have a shirt that has the very word that you're trying to keep the fans from putting on their signs. So,
but it's kind of funny. It's kind of like it's going against the grain. It's kind of like it's funny that they didn't want that to get high because they were talking about that came out of nowhere at WrestleMania and that Monday night.
Is true.
Like,
yeah, because that Monday night, I'm serious. Miami, they did some things. They really did some things that night. That night just really just changed the course of the WWE. Like, for fans all around across the country. Who would have ever thought that they would have came up with the word yes as a catchphrase? And make millions and millions of dollars of it.
Doing it, it's like, whoa, like, these coming out saying it, but they, they keep going with it. So, like, whoa.
But for them to try to get rid of it, because the catchphrase is just too damn hot, straight up. So if they got somebody they want to blame Miami.
Yes, you what?
Shit, because Miami made that shit hot. That whole entire Raw was so fucking good. everybody was watching that shit. They was like, okay, I think I'm gonna start saying that word yes too. That shit is hot. It's hot.
Right, and that's how he got a new T-shirt. He was saying, he said, I thank the fans, and because of you guys, WWE got to make me a new T-shirt now.
Right, and because if it was if this was like 2 years ago, I would have never thought that Daniel Bryan would have got on this level. I would have never thought. I'm not saying that he's not a good wrestler because he's a damn good wrestler. He's the next Chris Benoit.
Very good wrestler. One of the best wrestlers in wrestling, period.
But to have his own catchphrase and make it hot and to actually have, motherfuckers chanting for him, that's like one of those Stone Cold moments. Who would ever thought that this dude right here would have been like one of the biggest stars, in the WWE right now, the hottest star right now. Especially, I don't even know what to make of him.
And you said
I don't know if
he finally had charisma with AJ. You're like, man, people was looking at, I think he might put AJ over.
Now I don't know if is Bryan a heel or a face.
And that's the point. Yeah, he's a heel, and that's why they want people to boo him. But it's kind of like, but y'all cheering him and y'all saying Daniel Bryan, like, wait a minute, we want y'all to boo this man. That's why they kind of hate that.
Because they want everybody to cheer Cena all the time, and it's not working for them.
What? Chant Cena? No, that's not going to happen because Cena just...
No, but that's what WWE would want. They would want people to cheer Cena, every fan, but more than half the fans boo him. And there's good reason for that, obviously.
Well, that's their fault. They should have never went to the... That's the WWE. They wanted to market that shit. They wanted to put the bullying campaign. They wanted to put the Make-A-Wish... which is nothing wrong with that, but they want to do all this little bullshit, market for kids. This is what you wanted. You made your bed. Now you lying.
Remember up with better matches and better crap, even if it's PG. Because remember back in the days of Hogan and Warrior, and then it was PG then too, but no one complained about that. It's the fact that they don't come up with better crap. I don't even think the PG rating is even the real problem.
Remember, back then, it was nothing to compare it to. Because, like, now you can say, oh, man, the Attitude Era was like this. But back in the 80s, it was like, oh, this is all you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it was like pretty much force thrown in your, the back of your throat. Like, that's all they knew. But then when you come in the 90s and the 2000s, there's something that you can compare it to.
When you see WCW, ECW, TNA, like, oh, you seen alternative stuff. Like, oh, man, they're doing this and that. And then, man, they're still doing, all the crazy gimmicks.
But think about the types of matches. Like, you remember, like, WrestleMania 3, possibly one of the more recognizable and possibly, in my opinion, one of the greatest Intercontinental title matches of all time, Steamboat Savage, which to me I actually liked better than Hogan Andre. You compare that to, say, I guess maybe Show Rhodes, if kind of comparing Intercontinental title matches in different eras, even though they basically have the same rating. I'm sorry if I'm kind of mixing things up here, but
No, it's cool. It's just this era. It's just And I know folks will, like I said, will disagree on this one. It's just this era is struggling.
I mean, it does have its moments, because, like, oh, you had the Brock and busting Cena open and he was bleeding, so it's like, it's not completely
right, but
I'm still watching it every week, even though we complain about it.
Right, but see, the thing is, the WWE lacks consistency. That's the thing. You can't have blood for, like, one night because you're sitting out. Right, they don't have any competition, but then also,
TNA could be competition, but the fact that, they certainly ain't going to be competition with Hogan and Bischoff, and certainly not with bringing in his daughter, in my opinion.
Man, but it's kind of crazy, but the same, we keep complaining about it, but what is making us watch it still, like, every Monday?
The fact is you're used to it. If you're a wrestling fan, you're going to watch it regardless. You're going to watch it. I mean, that's all you know.
I kind of feel bad about that. I feel bad when I watch it at times now. It's like, I complain about this so much. What point is there in complaining about it and what point is there watching it, I guess? I just kind of feel bad about it at times.
Me, I don't care. Because I'm going to complain regardless. Whether they like my opinion or not, I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to say.
See, that what makes WCC awesome because we get to complain about it, man.
Yes, we get to complain, we get to bitch, but yeah, we don't go on videos and saying that I'm trolling or whatever the fuck that name is, trolling or whatever this shit. You know, they come up with these little foreign ass names and shit.
But then he
trolling.
It, he goes,
you know,
and then he curses like every 5 seconds. Like there's a dude on YouTube, I can't remember what the name of the video is. There's a dude on YouTube who had I don't know if y'all saw it. It was a dude with a mask on. He had like a Cena shirt, and he was just like, you know, with this PG, man, shut the man. He was just like cursing like every 5 seconds.
Every 5 seconds.
Basically. If I find it, I'll post it on WCC if I find it.
It's hilarious. But no, I mean, you know, me being all of us being a wrestling fan, we have a reason to complain because we want to be entertained. If we sit and we watch your product, but your product is garbage as fuck, then I have a reason to complain because I want your shit to improve. I don't want it to, you know, go down the drain. I want it to improve. But it just seems like, you know, them little motherfuckers that's sitting in their office and, you know, smoking cigars and say, so what we're going to do today? Are we going to promote Kmart today? Or how can we do this? You know, because we want to make all them kids happy. You know.
Merchandise, man. You know, toys, the coloring books, the math.
Years,
man, kids are the biggest demographic. You got to please them.
But actually,
kids can get, if they want toys, ask their parents to buy their fucking shit. How about that?
Exactly.
I mean, no offense.
Kids will make them buy the stuff.
But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Get your money. You know, get your hustle on. That's fine. But me as a wrestling fan, I want to see wrestling. I don't give a fuck about your merchandise. I don't give a fuck about how many kids you want to put in the ring and do the Funkasaurus or whatever that shit.
Or how many celebrities you want to get pins over wrestlers, or how long do you want a freaking 10, you want the MGK concert or the Kid Rock concert or WrestleMania 25 to be.
Hey,
we care about
like
that.
I said, they're trying to get ratings and they're trying to bring people in there. Like I said, they got to always put the celebrities over. I mean, because people only watching it because they did.
Right, but see, the thing is, they need more wrestlers like Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. That match was fucking phenomenal. That was one of the best matches the WWE has ever had in a long time. You telling me that none of them fuckers in the back room, you tell me none of them fuckers in the back can wrestle like that?
No, they can. You know, you got Seth Rollins, you got Dean Ambrose, you got Antonio Cesaro, all of them in NXT, they up and coming people. They coming. I mean, they there. They just got to wait for their chance to shine. And Chris Hero
can wrestle.
The question is I have for you, B-Dub, is when? They're saying that they're going to get their chance to shine because they got a lot of talent in the back. Prime example, I was watching Jason Kidd today.
Tyson
Kidd? Did I say Jason Kidd? I'm so sorry. My bad. By the way, I wasn't being disrespectful. I just got his fucking name wrong. But anyway, Tyson Kidd. That man, like, why in the hell he's not IC champion?
They have no charisma, no personality. He doesn't get no crowd reaction.
When he's stuck on NXT all the time, it's hard to get charisma at all.
You say that he has no charisma. He has no, like, you know, whatever that bullshit to be a star or whatever. That's the same that you could say about Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit didn't have no charisma, but he could work his ass off in the ring. So why in the hell can you not give Tyson Kidd a belt at least to show off his talent and get somebody else to talk for him?
Look at how that worked out for Bret.
Bret Hart was a crybaby, but he was a good wrestler. That's another thing. He had charisma. While he was doing that, you know, that little shake, you know, in his hand and all that other whatever. But that says a lot. You don't have to have charisma to do it in the ring. All fans want you to do really is to perform in the ring and put off a good match and you can just go home. But it doesn't work that way. We in the era right now where it's all about Toys R Us It's all about, bullies in school and getting your grades up and eating your vitamins and all that other good shit.
It's talking about who's gonna make who's the talent they're gonna sell these tickets. They want to come see. Who's gonna give me the most money and what people that gives a crowd reaction, whether whether you're gonna boo them or cheer them, but some type of reaction, not just a ooh and ah for like big spots,
But another thing about WWE is, remember, there's a lot of loyal fanboys and fangirls who will like anything WWE does, regardless. So let's not forget that.
I agree, though. But fellas, we running out of time. But everybody, I hope y'all enjoyed our show. If you want to look us up, we will be on Facebook. We're always on Facebook. Wrestling Commentary Central, WCC.com, or just say Wrestling Commentary Central. It's under the groups, and just put our name in. Until then, we will see you tomorrow night on Raw. This is your boy, Mr.
WCC Tiny Chat as well. WCC after night.
Yes, WCC Tiny Chat. Yes, that's where all of the bras and the pussy and all that other shit will come up.
Oh my!
WCC Radio.
And WCC Radio, we will air once again on June 2nd, 2012. The only reason we're not going to air next Saturday is because my ass is going down to Chicago to get fucked up for my guy's birthday and all that good shit. So, like I said, tune in for tomorrow night. We will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Yeah.